It's that time of year again where you have to wake up at 6 a.m. and go shower and try not to cry. Oh, I used to hate when school came around. Actually, the first couple weeks of school are actually kind of fun. I remember the first day of school. The night before the first day of school was always so crazy for me. I would have my outfit literally laying on the side of my bed. I would be ready to wake up. And a lot of the times, I would be struggling to fall asleep. Like, I'd be so nervous and so worried about who I was going to see tomorrow and like what I was going to do tomorrow in the first day of school. I wasn't able to sleep half the time. And then when you wake up, you go shower, you feel good, you're ready to see everybody. You get your new fresh outfit on. You're ready to wear the 10 shirts and 10 pants that your mom got you over the summer. When school came around, man, it was kind of lit now that I think about it. For me, I've been out of school for, I think a year, maybe 2 years. Yeah, I think I've been out of school for 2 years now. And I was one of those kids who absolutely hated school. I missed so many days of school. The most days I ever missed was in my senior year. I think I missed 100 days of school. I think there was a total of like 200 days of school and I missed 100 of them. There was weeks where I didn't even go to school. Like, I would go to school on the first of the month, the second of the month, and then not return until like the 14th of the month. And there was literally no reason. I just did not want to go. It was my senior year. I had my grades decent. I knew I was gonna graduate, so I just stopped showing up. When I did show up to class, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, you're actually here today?" And I'd be like, "Oh, shut it, shut it, shut it." Even my teachers would say that. They'd be like, "Oh, you're actually here? What?" And then they would just slap a fat stack of all the papers I missed onto my freaking desk. I remember one time in my senior year, I didn't go to school for like 2 weeks straight. And I come back to school on like this Monday. I didn't even want to be there, but I just decided, you know what? I might as well go. I'm not kidding you. Every single class I went to, I got like 10 pieces of paper. Like, my first class was greenhouse, and that was the class where we made plants and just created plants. And that was actually a fun class. I just never showed up. That day when I went in, my teacher handed me about 15 pages of just homework. And I think like 4 of them were tests. I took those, I went to my next class. The next class I went to was English, and that was actually a important class. Somehow I had a good grade in that class, even though I never showed up. And it was the same thing. My teacher gave me about 10 different homework sheets. And by the end of that day, I had like 80 pages of work. I remember going to lunch that day holding like 50 pieces of paper, and I never brought a backpack just because it was my senior year and we barely got any homework. But because I was never there, I had so much homework and I didn't have a backpack. So I was walking around with 50 pieces of paper, and everybody in the hallways was like, "What are you doing? Are you printing paper?" I was like, "No, this is my homework." And I kind of regret that. Like, I kind of regret not going to school, because now that I'm never going to be able to go to school again, I want to go back. Now, I could obviously go to college. Most people don't know this about me, but I never have went to college. I went through all years of school up until high school, graduated high school, and never went to college. Now, I know a lot of you are in school right now, and your school year is probably starting like right now or really, really, really soon. It's August 16th as I'm recording this, so people definitely have school right now. But the one thing I want to say is, I know it sucks. I know you hate it right now. I know you hate waking up at 6:30 a.m. and showering and throwing on some clothes and then learning about math problems at 7 a.m. Like, that's just so great, isn't it? I know you can't wait to get out of school. I know you can't wait to graduate high school. But looking back at it, I want you to enjoy it, because once you get done with it, you will never be able to do it again. You'll never be able to be around that many people again. That's one of the things I really miss about high school, being able to just go somewhere and see everybody your age. There's nothing like it ever again in life, where you can just go somewhere every single day and see so many people and make so many friends. It's so weird how I never liked school, and I always was like, I can't wait for this to be over. And then when it was over, I was like, okay, sweet. And now I'm like, can I go back like for a day or something? I missed 100 days of my last year of school, and now I want to relive those 100 days. During my senior year, when I missed like half of the days of school, I would literally just be sitting at home working on videos. It's not like I would miss school and go to an amusement park, or miss school and go out of town. Nah, I would just sleep in, wake up at 11 a.m. when everybody's at lunch, and then I just work on YouTube videos. If you're listening to this and you're in middle school or high school, I want you to listen to this one thing. Join sports, join extracurricular activities, join the band team. I don't even care. Join those things. You are going to be so glad you did. If I could go back and do one thing in high school, I would play football and I would play basketball. I only played one sport in high school for only 1 year, and it was soccer my freshman year of high school. I quit soccer the next year just because I was starting my YouTube channel. My sophomore year of high school, I started my DJ Cook channel, and I wanted all of the time in the world to work on my channels. But if I could go back, I would make it work. I would join the football team and do my YouTube channel. High school sports and even middle school sports are one thing you will never be able to get back. You will never be able to do those things again. You can go play college sports. You can go to the gym and play pickup basketball with some people, but it's never going to be the same. The late bus rides home after winning a basketball game, or going to a football game and you get to leave school at noon because you have to travel a couple hours to the football stadium. Like, high school sports are awesome. So if you're thinking about, should I join this sport? I don't know, I'm not gonna be good enough for that. Just join it. You're gonna meet so many friends. You're gonna have so many memories. And if I can even convince one person watching this to just join a sport or join an extracurricular activity, I will feel so happy, because you're gonna be so happy you ended up doing it. A lot of people always ask me in my comments, like, do you have any advice for the upcoming school year? Like, what should I do? I don't have any advice for you. The only thing I'd say is just enjoy it day by day. Find things to enjoy about school. I know the work sucks, but you just have to realize that once it's over forever. Everybody always used to tell me that, like when I was a sophomore in high school and I was talking about how I hated it so much. Everybody I talked to would be like, hey, I mean, you're gonna miss it when you're out of school. And I was always like, hell no, I'm not gonna miss school. I hate it. Look at me now. I was the #1 hater of school, and now I miss it. That just makes no sense. Everybody always talks about they wanna grow up, but once you grow up, you're like, hey, I wanna be a kid again. So if you're anywhere between the ages of 11 and 17 and you're watching this video, you should be so happy. You're in the best spot of your life. Since you're going back to school, you're gonna need to know how to make friends. And I made a video about that. I made a video talking about how you can make friends, and a lot of people said it helped them. So watch that if you wanna make some more friends. Peace out.